Welcome to TLTV, Joy and Pleasure Celebrated in Wine. I'm here today in Geneva, and why am I in Geneva? Not only because it's a beautiful city, but because today in the Kempinski Hotel is the actual Union de Grand Cru. And the Union de Grand Cru is actually presenting their wines, or the members of the Union are presenting their wines in the Kempinski Hotel. And they're exactly presenting 80 chateaus are presenting their wines of the year 2013. 2013 was an interesting year. 2013 is a year that has been very challenging for winemakers in Bordeaux, and it will be very interesting to see how they mastered the challenges that the year actually gave them, because I expect very different results throughout. It's not going to be a year like an 09 or 2010. It's one of the weaker years, but a lot of these chateaus, they still produce phenomenal wine. So I'd say let's not wait any longer and let's get started. So here I am again, and actually I can grab the bottle this time, and let me do that. This is actually a Château Gazin 2013, and let's taste this baby. It's of course another Pomerol, and it's one more Pomerol left to go. So I'd say let's have a look and let's have a taste, let's have a whirl. And the shirt just keeps slipping down, but therefore the wines are phenomenal, and I probably have to get some new shirts. But if you just look at the taste of the nose, it's a lot of granite. You get some lead pencil. They tend to come together a lot of the time. And you already know, it's 2013, of course it's very young. It has a lot of licorice, a lot of tobacco. The tannins are very present as well. Of course, these are wines. You buy them and you forget about them for at least 5 to 6 years. And it's one of the, let's say, one of the more dense Pomerols that you find. And that is something I have to say, it's really interesting, as you get the taste and then the feel of this. It's very velvety, like the mouthfeel, and the way it plays with the very young tannins, as it's 2013, so it's just filled in the bottle. That's pretty much it. So for me, how do you know that? For me, I'll be honest with you, I see the potential of this going forward, and therefore it's an easy 91. So this is actually the last Pomerol. It's a Château Clinet, and Château Clinet is as well, how do you say, I've heard the name, I know it, but I actually haven't had the pleasure of getting closer to it, and this is something where I have to say I'm very curious. So let's see. The nose as well is extremely timid. It's like it has a little bit of granite without the lead pencil this time. It's very dark. It's very concentrated. You get a light smudge of cream. You get like this almost dark red fruit, very, very ripe, but with a youthfulness. And I'll be honest with you, this is not completely my cup of tea. We all have preference, and if I compare it to the other Pomerols, for me this is something like an 81, 82 at the most. It's an enjoyable wine, but it does well, it needs to wait and give it another 5 to 6 years, 7 years, or longer, as the tannins are exceptionally present. And I think this will be an interesting wine to actually review in probably 2021, 22. So let's see. And let's move on to the next wine. We are now in Saint-Emilion Grand Cru, and I've actually made it to Château Figeac. I actually wanted to visit Château Figeac the last time I did my great tour of Bordeaux. And as you're seeing the videos appear slowly online, I actually told them, I said I sent you an email, but they never responded. So let's see if we can repeat it for the next harvest. But here we go. Here we have Château Figeac 2013, and this is actually quite nice. I'm standing next to an open door. Actually, I'm getting some air conditioning here as it's really warm. And let's see. So if we just look at the color, very concentrated, very dark. The nose as well, you know, these are wines to keep for a very long time. 2013, challenging year. Really, fruit selection was key to getting the best possible outcome for initiation of the actual vinification. The tannic structure is extremely robust. It isn't as fine as I expected it to be very honest with you. It is very elegant, and you see where this journey is going. This will be approaching the drinking window, I think, of around 2020, 2022, possibly even longer. This is a wine to keep and really give it its time. And it is something where I have to honestly say, I quite like this. It has like the crème de cassis, it's the wonderful tannins, it's quite powerful in the mouth. And for me, I think it is an easy 90 points. So it does not disappoint, but I'm curious what other Saint-Emilion Grand Crus we actually have. So let's not wait any longer and let's continue with the next one. The journey continues. Pape Clement. Looking forward to this. This is as well one that's been on the list for quite some time. And let's see what it delivers. From the color, absolutely. That has an interesting nose. It's very different from everything I have tasted so far today. If you just look at the actual, it's a color, very young, very fresh, very red. It's red wine. But if you then look at the nose, it is like almost rose petals. This is very interesting. Very elegant, very refined, smoky, concentrated, refined. You feel some fungi coming the way in years to come. Has a wonderful tannic structure. It is very refined, it's very elegant. This is what, for me, this is absolutely spectacular. So if you get a chance, try this out. For me, 95. Absolutely a true delight in a very difficult year, so it is possible. This is a one to watch. Give it 5-6 more years, you're gonna love this. Pape Clement, watch this particular one, exceptional. So here I am, and actually I have a chance to actually grab a bottle. I'm here at Château Latour-Martillac. This has a blend of 60% Cabernet Sauvignon, 32% Merlot. Listen to this, 8% Petit Verdot. So Petit Verdot is a cepage I truly appreciate very much. And this is truly very delightful. If you just take the nose, it's absolutely wonderful. You notice the Petit Verdot, and another thing you notice from the structure, this is very velvety. It's very elegant. It has a wonderful mouthfeel, and it has a wonderful cassis chew. It is really quite elegant and very enjoyable, and it's one of those wines, I have to say, that this is something I can be friends with. Of course this is very young. Of course 2013 wasn't a great year. However, if you look at all these pieces of the puzzle, this screams 89. This is just from a perspective, it is truly delightful. And this is, I'll be honest with you, I'd love to experience this particular wine in 5-6 years. As tannins calm down, they distribute, the flavors change. This is going to be one to watch. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to the next one.